So the big topic today is Ann Romney said that they're considering a woman as VP. So we're running through the names, and I've given them affectionate single name, Runyon-esque designations, like Palin is Mush for obvious reasons. Jan Brewer is Hush because she hushed up Obama on the tarmac. We'll call her Hush. Rice I'm naming Brush because she brushed off the suggestion that she would run for the VP slot. So we got Mush, Hush, and Brush. Mush, Hush, and Brush. I don't have a name yet for Martinez from New Mexico because I don't know her. I can't give her a single name that matches Mush, Hush, Brush. So if anyone's got a name for Martinez that would fit that isn't, like embarrassingly, off color or whatever. We got Mush Palin, we got Hush Brewer, we got Brush Rice. We got to give Martinez a name if she's picked, because I'm only going to refer to them by a single name. It's easier. I'm tired of trying to remember names. Palin I remember as Mush. That's the Eskimo dogs. The Aleuts. Brewer is good as Hush. Rice is good as Brush. She also like very nicely groomed. That works. She was very nicely groomed. She really was. Bored me to death. Expert, they told me she was an expert on the Bush on Russia while China was eating our breakfast. She was an expert on Russia. Just the perfect Secretary of State that we needed at that time was not her. So what a choice. Who was he going to pick? I have no idea who Romney could pick. Could he pick a war hero of some kind? Would that work? Is there like a woman war hero, the equivalent of Alan West, like a female Alan West? I saw Alan West on TV last night. I was stirred. Let's play clip one. Alan West on Fox News. This was great. Finally, they had a patriot on. Listen.
Think about the American dream. I just had the opportunity to go back to my home neighborhood in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was born in the inner city. And actually just right down the street from where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born and raised. And for me, the American dream means that no matter where you come from or no matter where you are born, there is a quality of opportunity here in this country based upon your own drive and determination, your own individual industrialism, that you can achieve whatever heights that you want in this great nation. My father was born in 1920 down in South Alabama, my mother in 1931 down in South Georgia. And who would have ever thought when I was born in 1961 that they would have a son that would be a retired lieutenant colonel from the United States Army that commanded a battalion in combat and is now the first black Republican member from the state of Florida since Reconstruction. And that's the American dream, and that's what we fight for.
See, now there is a man who should be the president of the United States. He can't be right now, but there's the kind of man we need to oppose Obama. Instead, the Republican establishment shuns West, and they've tried to gerrymander him out of his own district in South Florida. It's a shocker. The man stands for everything that is good and great and noble about America. Everything, which is why the Republicans detest and fear him. Now listen to clip two. It gets even better.
I grew up in the inner city. It would have been nice if I was 6'2", 6'3", and I could go and shoot three-pointers and dunk. But no, I didn't. So I had a different path. My father served in World War II. My older brother served in Vietnam. So the path for me was to go into the military. And they convinced me as a young man in the 10th grade to join high school ROTC. So that's what I'm saying. Will everyone be a millionaire? No, maybe not. But there's a richness that you can have in your life. Because as I see where I have come from, where I am today, it's not about material wealth. It's about something that is totally different. It's about an intrinsic wealth that I live in the greatest nation that the world has ever known. Because my story and the story of many of you out there could not happen anywhere else but right here in the United States of America. And that's what people have always wanted to come here to be a part of. A part of saying, when I put my feet on these shores, no one is going to hold me back from what I want to achieve.
Now that's a leader. That's why he was successful in the military. He comes from phenomenal DNA. Patriotic, loyal Americans. Need I mention that he's an African American? And yet he is shunned by the Republican establishment, which unto itself is shocking, and hated by the liberal media because he doesn't qualify for their communist agenda. He's the epitome of the opposite of what they stand for. This is a beautiful man, great man. I wish to God he could be picked for the VP. Clip three now. Listen to this one. It gets even better yet.
I have a bachelor's degree and 2 master's degrees in political science, political theory, political ideology. And the thing is, you have to be able to understand the two competing principles or philosophies of governance in this country. When I go out and talk to people, what is America? And when people respond, America is a democracy, that lets me know they don't understand what America is. America is a constitutional republic. And when you go back and you read the documents of the Declaration of Independence, the full declaration, the full Constitution, you understand limited government. You understand fiscal responsibility. You understand individual sovereignty, free market, traditional cultural values, strong national defense. But there are people on the other side, and you can call it whatever you wish. You can call it communism, progressivism, socialism, Marxism, or statism. They more so believe in a government control. They more so believe in nationalizing of production. They believe in creating and expanding an entitlement or a welfare state. And you can't tell me that you aren't seeing that in the United States of America right now.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm in the talk business. I write books about these things. He is the most phenomenally articulate member of Congress. And boy, should Romney pick him. Forget about pandering to a specific ethnic group, Romney. Just don't listen to your advisors. Why don't you just pick a patriotic American? Why don't you stop listening to those lunatics who are running you off the rails, Mitt, and pick Allen West? You will win. Pick Allen West and unleash him. Let him go out there on the road and attack Obama head to head. You will win. See, he's got the guts. He's got the power. He's got the brains. He's got the education. He can move audiences, and it doesn't matter what anyone's race is. See, West will move audiences because his story is so American, and he's such a dedicated man. I mean, I would follow this guy, and I at this point in my life don't say that about many people. I look up to Allen West, and I'm proud to say that I had him in my home in Florida with his lovely wife, with his daughters. They swam in my pool. It was beautiful. I haven't seen him since. I wish we did. I don't go down there much anymore. I can't take the bugs and the heat, but, I mean, the guy is great, really great. It's a shame the house sits there. It's a separate story. Don't get me started. I slip. Now I'll start talking about Florida now. You could die from the heat. It's like, whew, what Flagless started. 1-800-4... 1-800. So who should be the pick? If it's a woman, it can't be mush, should be hush, shouldn't be brush. If it's a man VP, it should be Allen West. I mean, first of all, the guy was lieutenant commander in the military. That to me is enough. Right away, I admire him. That's A1. And he actually knows what the Constitution is, as opposed to Janet Napolitano, who literally didn't even know what she was talking about. I actually heard Janet Napolitano, when swearing those people in, catching herself in embarrassment, realizing what she was saying she was violating. I actually heard it.